Alrighty, welcome back everyone. Now for our next wallpaper creation, we're coming back to League of Legends and another skin line. Today we're going to be working, as you can see, Hextech Renekton. Now why am I doing Renekton? Well, in League of Legends I am a top laner and I enjoy playing Renekton. And I really enjoy the skin. Plus I think it just looks real sick and I thought it'd be a fun project. Without further ado, we're just going to get it unstarted. For those of you who may not know Renekton too well, for whatever reason, Renekton is primarily a top laner. He is from Shurima, and he is the brother of Nasus. Nasus being a very important character in Shurima. Shurima being the desert nation. Oh, some of you might be thinking, oh, they look nothing alike. One's a jackal and one of them's a crocodile. I don't know what their parents did, but hey, here we are now. But interesting is that Renekton and Nasus have quite the history to get, because now they just, well, Renekton just hates Nasus. If by chance you are not familiar why, Renekton kind of went insane after he and Nasus trapped Xerath in a tomb-like structure in Shurima. And while trapped in there, Xerath basically drove Renekton insane. And now Renekton wants to kill Nasus because he pretty much feels like Nasus betrayed him by locking him in there. Although I'm pretty sure, according to the lore, Renekton went in there willingly before Nasus even thought about it. I could be wrong. If you know in the comments, let me know if you know for sure. But needless to say, Renekton is, could really use some mental help. And pretty soon we'll be going to Legend of Runeterra work, as one of the things I originally started doing these wallpapers as, and I have a few ideas of cards I want to do. As always, if anyone has any questions about the software, has any ideas for it, these wallpapers and backgrounds, let me know in the comments, because that would be, it'd just be real awesome to hear from everyone. Plus, being able to work on stuff that the viewers want just makes it a little bit more involving, I guess is the word I'll use, or interactive between myself and you all. And if by chance people are not familiar with Hextech as a concept in League of Legends, here's a basic rundown. Hextech is basically these type of crystals, as you can see one here in Renekton's arm. These are magical crystals combined with technology in order to power tools, machines, robots, stuff like that. And the Riot developers decided to make skin concepts based off of this, and some of them are just fantastic. Some of them you can only get with their gems, which is understandable. These are really good quality skin line. Some of them being Swain, Kog'Maw, Alistar, and Renekton here, just to name a couple. And they all look outstanding. But the sad thing about the Hextech is that if memory serves me right, in the old lore, they were harvested from the Scorpion people somewhere in Shurima, and one of the last remaining members of those people is Skarner. Skarner being one of the junglers in League of Legends. And now, thanks to all this, Skarner is just a sad boy. But if anybody sees this, hey, let's if you know someone who likes playing Renekton, and perhaps they'll like this, hopefully they'll be able to enjoy it. And as always, as I fill out these lines, if I start being quiet, it's because I'm starting to concentrate, trying to get these lines filled out. Another reason why I decided to do Renekton, this is just a little Tribute to one of my favorite League of Legends YouTubers, Solo Renekton only. Thanks to him, I learned how to play the basics of the game, and I just thought it'd be a little fun project to do for him. And if he ever got a chance to see this, I hope he'd be proud. Alright, now that we have the lights on Renekton going, which I think look pretty good as is, in fact I might just change a number or two just to add a little bit more. Now we're going to add a little bit of movement to Renekton's head, and then we can move out down to the arms, the surroundings, and then that will be just about it. This one is not going to be as complex as the Draven one we did last time. Well, hopefully, we'll see. For this one, we go back to my favorite, the shake option here. And we'll see where we can go. I implemented a similar idea when I worked on a Braum background, and it came out really nice. So the idea is to use the spread effect to make everything in the image zoom in and out, or the main focus. In this case, it's Renekton's head. And then we just work everything else around. And this just gives like the idea of him roaring at the person looking at this. I think that's a nice effect. Now we have to be careful because some of the lighting, well, some of the lightning and change are going to be a little warped, so we can't do too much. We gotta be careful. We do our best with what we got. But of course, since we're doing this type of effect, we can't expect everything to be perfect on it. So that's the real shame. And I've messed up already over here. Yay. Gosh darn it. I need to stop being so fast on this. If you didn't see, I messed up this little pylon right here when I did the effect, because I cut it off like halfway. Okay. Now we have cut a line. Whoops, why do I keep doing that? So far, I do like the way the effect works, just trying to be careful with the lines. I say as I messed up a couple times already. Almost. Now I just need to work on this side a little bit. Now remember, I'm doing all this by eye, so if you like what you're seeing and impressed, yeah, make sure you let me know in the comments, because it really helps me get some feedback on this work. Now we take a step back, and we already have a big improvement. Now it's just his right shoulder and his head that's having the effect, but we're going to be working on his two arms on a separate image. But for now, we're going to work on the mouth and have a little, well, hopefully have a moving effect that will make it look like he's roaring. Now let's add the other effect and see how this looks. Oh yeah. So I add a little twist onto Renekton's head when he's moving, and I think it adds good effect to it. And then we'll mitigate any errors we have along the jaw, but first we need to get rid of the excess red up here. Okay, now let's just get rid of the excess amount. We'll play all the effects at once and we'll see how it looks. Yeah, we need to make a little bit of editing on the jaw, but overall it doesn't look too bad. The only problem is the shaking of the head and the expansion of the mouth is kind of colliding a little bit. So far it's looking better. Just it's the beauty of messing with some of the numbers here, it just helps mitigate some issues. Alright, that'll do for now. We'll come back to that in a bit, just once we have some of the arms going right now. Now for both arms we're going to use the same shake effect, mainly because we want them to be in sync. So let's go down on this just a little bit. Let's see how it looks when I just pull back. Yeah, it's so close. Again, that's one of the hard things about working with just still images. This really does happen quite a bit. I think this effect might work with what we want. This is just an inverse of what the head is doing at the same speed. So, if we wanted to just do this, undo stuff like the arms. I almost lined it up just right first try. I almost have it right here, and the bottom part of the armor is just slightly off, so let's do this again. And so like I was trying to mitigate the lightning bolt just a little bit, but unfortunately I think that's going to be as close as we can get. Thankfully this part of the arm isn't too bad. It's not really making too much of a problem. Again, that's just the issue of working with still images on this platform. Unfortunately, we may have to leave that as is for now. I know, it's bothering me too. But moving on. This one's going to be a little bit harder because we have Renekton's blade, so please bear with me. Much better. Another slight distortion, but it's nothing too noticeable, and unless you're looking for it, it's not too bad. Overall, I'm happy with how it's looking, but we're still going to keep going. We still have these chains, we have his tail, and we have something we might be able to do with the bottom here. In fact, I might try to work on that next. Alright, now that we have some lights going on underneath Renekton, I think it looks pretty good. Ooh, just got an idea. Another old technique I used on another background. Use a star effect. There we go, that's the one. Slow it down by a lot. Too fast still. And now you might be thinking, what am I doing? Try and make this as close to like a spitting type of particle as much as possible. But it doesn't look like it'll work that right. Try to change the particle appearance. So far, I'm liking the way that looks. I'm gonna work on the tail next. The hard part is going to be the Hextech chain around him. But we will work on that as we go. Overall, I'm liking it. I think it's just going to add some minor details here and there, and we're almost set. Hopefully we can make this lightning effect work in our favor. We'll decrease the amount on it. So far, Renekton's coming on pretty good. I feel like I'm missing something. I'm trying to think. Because all the lights are in sync. We have the lightning effects going along on the pylons and the crystals. We have his eyes going along with his gems. We have a little bit of a head movement, but we might work on that in a bit. I'm gonna look over through all these options I have. I know I have the contrast to see how this looks. Reduce this a little bit. Oh yeah, I think that really helps. Makes his outlines and everything pop out more. So here's this is with our local contrast and without. This is the original image, and this one really makes the lines really stand out more. I think that adds a lot more to it. I say I'm all about detail and I forget I didn't notice this pylon back here. I feel bad. Alrighty, I believe that would do for Renekton. We added the little electrical effects and all of the crystal parts that we could see, and I think it came out really nice. The highlight on the eyes, the movement of the head along with the arms, I think really adds a little bit to that movement and the feel I'm trying to get with Renekton. The only thing I can probably think of is adding some type of haze effect on the bottom, but I don't really think that would be necessary. It might be a little too much. Now, this is my tribute to Renekton and to the release of Shurima out in Legend of Runeterra. Once Runeterra drops, once the Shurima expansion drops in Runeterra, there you go. Words are hard. We're probably going to start doing some of the champions from that expansion, but we shall see which ones we will choose first and which cards we will also do, along with including followers. But for now, hope you all enjoyed. If you liked what you saw, let me know in the comments. If you dislike something about this, let me know in the comments as well. I would love to hear from you guys, and possibly we can fix some of the issues. For now, thank you for checking us out. Enjoy this final product.